What if I told you that one single decision taken behind closed doors could change American politics forever? What if I told you that the most powerful political figure in modern U.S. history is now facing the most dangerous legal moment of his life? Tonight, Donald Trump is not just fighting his political enemies. He is fighting time. He is fighting prosecutors. And he is fighting a system that may finally be closing in. Because for the first time, the arrest window is open. And what happens next could shake the United States and the world. Stay with me till the end, because this story is far bigger than just Donald Trump. In the past few days, legal signals coming out of the United States have grown louder, sharper, and more serious. Prosecutors, grand juries, and court insiders, all pointing to one chilling possibility. Donald J. Trump may soon face arrest, indictment, or criminal action. This is not speculation from political rivals. This is not internet rumor. This is the legal system slowly, carefully, and methodically moving forward. The question now is no longer, will Trump face consequences? The real question is, when and how? To understand why this moment is so dangerous for Trump, we must go back several years. Donald Trump did not rise like a normal politician. He stormed into Washington as an outsider. He challenged institutions. He attacked the media. He reshaped the Republican Party in his image. And during that time, he accumulated power, enemies, and legal baggage. From business dealings to election disputes to classified documents, Trump's presidency left behind a legal minefield. For years, many believed he was untouchable, too powerful, too connected, too politically explosive to prosecute. But that belief is now cracking. Let's break this down carefully. Phase 1. Post-presidency calm after leaving office. Trump publicly appeared confident. He held rallies. He teased political comebacks. He mocked investigations. Behind the scenes, however, prosecutors were not resting. They were collecting documents, interviewing witnesses, and building cases quietly. Phase 2. Grand jury activity, then came the grand juries. Grand juries are not random. They are not political theater. They exist for one reason: to decide whether criminal charges are justified. Multiple grand juries across different jurisdictions began reviewing Trump-related evidence. That was the first warning sign. Phase 3. Legal pressure intensifies. Lawyers started resigning. Legal defenses shifted. Trump's tone changed. Instead of jokes, he began warning supporters of witch hunts and political persecution. That shift was not accidental. It was defensive. Phase 4. Arrest window opens. Now we are here. Legal experts say procedural barriers are falling. Decisions that once delayed action are being finalized, which means the arrest window is real, and it is open. This story is not just about Trump. It involves federal prosecutors, state prosecutors, judges, and legal clerks, Trump's inner circle, former aides and advisors, political rivals, media organizations, millions of voters. Some are pushing for accountability. Some are pushing back with fury. And Trump himself? He is at the center of the storm. This time is different, not because of politics, but because of timing and evidence. In previous investigations, prosecutors hesitated. Why? Because charging a former president is unprecedented. Because the political fallout could be massive. But now, Trump is actively seeking power again. Legal deadlines are approaching. Evidence has matured. Witnesses are cooperating. This is no longer theoretical. This is operational. Let's talk honestly. Donald Trump fears one thing more than anything else: loss of control. Arrest means mugshots, fingerprints, court appearances, bail hearings, legal restrictions. It transforms Trump from political warrior to criminal defendant. And that image alone could permanently alter public perception. This is why legal experts call it his worst nightmare. Across the United States, reactions are explosive. Some Americans say, no one is above the law. Others say, this is political revenge. Social media is flooded with arguments. Families are divided. Newsrooms are tense. This is not just a legal case. It is a cultural war. This is not just an American story. World leaders are watching closely. Because if the U.S. prosecutes a former president, it sends a message. Power has limits. Democracy enforces accountability. Institutions still function, or if it collapses into chaos, it sends a different message. Political instability, democratic erosion, global uncertainty, That's why this moment matters far beyond U.S. borders. Here's something few are talking about. An arrest could actually help Trump politically among his core supporters. Martyr narratives are powerful, but it could also drain campaign funds, distract leadership, exhaust public patience, split Republican strategy. This is a gamble with no guaranteed winner. There are several scenarios. Scenario 1. Arrest without chaos. Trump is arrested quietly. Legal process moves forward. Political damage is slow but deep. Scenario 2. Delayed indictment. Prosecutors hesitate again. Trump claims victory. Tension builds. Scenario 3. Explosive confrontation. Arrest triggers protests. Markets react. Political stability is tested. No one knows which path America will take. This is not just about Trump. This is about power, accountability, democracy. The arrest window is open, and history is holding its breath. Because what happens next will not just define one man. It will define a nation. Now let's go deeper, because what we have discussed so far is only the surface. Behind the headlines, behind the legal jargon, there is a silent power struggle unfolding inside the United States. And very few people are talking about it honestly. Inside the American justice system right now, there is pressure coming from all sides. Prosecutors are under pressure to act. Judges are under pressure to remain neutral. Law enforcement agencies are under pressure to prepare for every scenario. Why? Because arresting a former president is not like arresting a normal citizen. It is not just a legal action. It is a national stress test. Every step is being reviewed. Every word is being measured. Every decision could have historic consequences. This is why the process feels slow. But slow does not mean weak. It means careful. One of the biggest reasons this case has reached such a critical stage is evidence consolidation. In the past, investigators had fragments. Now, they reportedly have patterns. Patterns of behavior, patterns of decisions, patterns of intent. And in criminal law, intent matters. It's not just about what happened. It's about why it happened and who benefited. Prosecutors are believed to be aligning timelines, documents, witness statements, and digital records. When those pieces finally lock together, the legal machinery moves fast. Very fast. Another crucial factor pushing this case forward is insider cooperation. Former aides, former advisors, former legal allies. People who once protected Trump are now protecting themselves. This shift is dangerous for any defendant, because insiders don't just tell stories. They explain systems. They explain motives. They explain instructions. And that kind of testimony changes everything. Many viewers ask one simple question. If Trump did something wrong, why didn't this happen years ago? The answer is uncomfortable but important. Because power delays accountability. While Trump was president, investigations were limited. Agencies were cautious. Political consequences were massive. After he left office, legal doors reopened. But prosecutors still waited. Why? Because they needed something stronger than suspicion. They needed certainty. And now, according to legal analysts, they believe they have it. Let's talk about timing. Trump is not just a former president. He is a current political contender. That complicates everything. An arrest during an election cycle raises questions. Is it justice or interference? Is it law or politics? Is it accountability or revenge? Prosecutors know this. That's why any move now must be legally bulletproof. One mistake could collapse the entire case. Trump is not waiting quietly. He is doing what he does best, controlling the narrative. Every legal threat becomes a rally speech. Every investigation becomes a conspiracy. Every court move becomes proof of persecution. This strategy serves two purposes. First, it energizes his base. Second, it pressures institutions publicly. It's psychological warfare. And it works, at least partially. Legal experts say something important. Even if Trump avoids immediate arrest, the mental pressure is already extreme. Court dates, lawyer meetings, evidence reviews, financial strain. This wears down even the strongest personalities. And mistakes often happen under pressure. One detail rarely discussed on mainstream media: security agencies are already preparing. Not because they expect chaos, but because they cannot afford to be unprepared. Any legal action involving Trump requires crowd control planning, protest response readiness, online threat monitoring, national coordination. This alone tells you how serious the moment is. Publicly, world leaders remain silent. Privately, Diplomats are asking questions because it destabilized United States affects. Global markets, military alliances, trade negotiations, geopolitical balance, and arrest is not just symbolic. It has ripple effects worldwide. Here is the most dangerous scenario of all: not arrest, not acquittal, but prolonged uncertainty. A country stuck in legal limbo, a candidate under constant threat, a justice system under constant attack. History shows that uncertainty damages democracies more than decisions do. Handle what this moment means for American democracy. This moment forces America to answer a hard question. Is the rule of law stronger than political power? If the answer is yes, then consequences must apply equally. If the answer is no, then democracy becomes selective. This is why the world is watching. This is not the end of the story. This is the edge of it. The arrest window is open. The pressure is rising. The clock is ticking. Donald Trump stands at the center of a moment that will be studied for decades, not as a headline, but as a turning point. And whatever happens next, America will never be the same.